Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Deceptive. In today's video of all days on this lovely day of the year, I am going to be breaking down Tier 3 German tech tree in Enlisted for you. Now I do have a pre-saved Tier 3 lineup, but first things first, we're going to go, drumroll, to the research tech tree. And we've already covered all of Tier 1, and we've already covered all of Tier 2, so we are looking at Tier 3 today. And oh boy, are you in for a bumpy ride. Let's start off with the fact that Germany still does not get any SPAAs, period, at time of recording. And it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any anytime soon, as where America gets the M16 half-track, Russia gets the M16 half-track, Japan gets a bloody 20mm Hispano-cannoned SPAA. So why doesn't Germany get the Flak Panzer or the Wirbelwind? We get nothing. Zero. Nada. And it is annoying. So, that being said, at Tier 3, you're going to want to focus on playing infantry more than anything else. And I absolutely hate to say that because, as you guys know, I am a treadhead. I'm also I like to fly, especially in Enlisted. I find flying in Enlisted to be quite fun, to be honest with you. Now, how can I put this nicely? We're going to start at the top, which is infantry weapons, and work our way down to the bottom, leading in to the premium units. So up top, we've got the VG2 rifle. This is a tier battle rating 2 rifle. It is really not much to write home about it. The recoil on it's a bit meh, not too high, but not too oh my god. Then researching that will lead you into the Gewehr 41. Now, this rifle, cherry. I have fired a real Gewehr rifle. I think it was a Gewehr. I want to say it was a Gewehr 41 when I lived in America, and oh boy, was it cherry. Anyway, this one recoils much less than the bolt action, which just makes no bloody sense. But easy follow-up shots, really good to use. Let's give it an example. Let's take it out for a test drive, and you'll see what I'm talking about, guys. Now, bear in mind, these videos will be a lot longer in format than my regulars. And so we're going to hop down here. 1, 2. Simple. Nice. And 1 and a 2. That's its only downside. While it's up, you've got really good gun time. However, its downtime, as you can see, for reloading is a little bit long. But 10 rounds means you can just pop, 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 pop. It's volumetric by fire. And what that means is if all your guys are running this rifle, then you can just stand there all day and go click and watch your men gun down that target like they're Paul Weller from RoboCop. And if you've ever seen that movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. So try to stay away from the bolt actions, which is kind of odd, especially for Enlisted. But at the end of the day, yes, bolt actions did get a buff a couple of patches ago, and semi-autos got a bit of a nerf in their damage. However, stock doing 12 points of damage per shot, which means you will down a target in 2 shots if you don't headshot them. So yeah, overall, out of these weapons, go with the Gewehr 41. The Concaro M91, I recently did a video just on this weapon, comparing it to the Kar98 with a scope. And believe it or not, yes, the Kar98 on paper is much better than the Concaro, but the Concaro just feels good when you're playing and using with it and sniping with it. It's a rewarding weapon. So grab that over the Kar98 with the grenade launcher. Again, that's your typical dunk. You've got it right here. Why would you need to get it again? This is just here to slow down your progression, period. So don't worry about that. Now, let's lead into the SMGs. There is no official Tier 3 SMG. All the SMGs in this tier are Tier 2s. So, you can go ahead if you want to stay at Tier 2 and enjoy Tier 2 and have fun at Tier 2, which is, in my honest opinion, the best tier to actually play and have fun with the Germans. You can get the MP38, you can get the Beretta M1, and you can even get the MP40. I exclusively run the MP38 and the MP40 with just my assault squads, if they don't already come with one like the premium units like these guys do with the Beretta M38. However, got to be careful because there will be a few weapons. I don't think there's any weapons at this tier that is a tier trap, unlike at tier 2. But again, at tier 2, the premium Gewehr is a tier trap. The VG-15 is a tier trap. And I want to say there's a plane in here that's a tier trap. Yeah, there it is. The Junkers 87 D3 is a tear trap. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. It's got nothing to write home about. It's a Junkers. It flies slow. It pulls away slow, which means SPAAs just rip you to shreds. Don't use Junkers. Junkers need some love. Anyway, so back to tier 3. Now you're talking when it comes to SMGs. Like I said, the choice is yours. I would prefer, if it was up to me, I would go with Gewehr 41s with my infantry, my radio operators, my engineers, things of that nature. And then I would go with either MP38s or MP40s with my assault squads. LMGs, no contest. Again, the ZB26 is tier 2, so you can, in theory, if you don't like the MG13, even though it gets the most ammunition out of all the tier 2 LMGs, you can switch over to the ZB26. It's your personal preferences. It's a German clone of the Lewis gun. No, the British Bren, sorry. But the MG34 is cherry. It's right on the money. 50 rounds in a C-Mag style box, in a boxed mag, and you prep that up, you go prone with it positioned with the bipod, you just, it's gorgeous. Now, there's one unit in here, in this lineup, that I suggest you avoid. Actually, several units in this lineup that I suggest you avoid, and that is the Flammenwerfer. Leave the Flamethrower units alone. Mine was already unlocked because it was originally a tier 1 unlock way back in the beginning of the game. And then all they've done is progressively move it through from tier 1 to tier 2, then to tier 3. But if you already have it unlocked, it remains unlocked on your account. However, you just cannot repurchase it. What I mean by that is, if you want to buy more flamethrowers, you're going to have to go down the line to unlock it, and then you can purchase more from the supplies. But you can originally start off if you have the unit unlocked and keep it. I don't like using the flamethrower units. They're not good. They're suicide squads. Literally, they might as well have TNT explosive vests strapped to them, yelling "Alan snack bar," if you know what I mean. Just don't bother with it. Now, Panzerfausts. These are a very unique weapon, which is the range on them. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to take the Panzerfaust out, of course. And again, model-wise, it's not that bad until you zoom in which case you've got 30, 60, and then 80. And you can adjust. For me, I use the... I use my mouse buttons. Come on, lads. One more. There we go. Let's go. If you don't know how to use the horn in your vehicles, it's the shift key. Now, I'm going to show you the sort of vehicles you're going to come across at these battles. Now, you're going to definitely come across this thing here. Again. Now just walk away, because it's just going to explode. You're going to come across this thing. Again. Walk away. You're going to come across this thing. The British, I keep forgetting. Crusader. Whatever. You're definitely going to come across this thing. Wow. Okay. It should have cooked off already. But for some reason, there we go. Soviet bloody bias means that thing doesn't explode the moment the freaking Panzerfaust hits it, which it would have done in real life. So we'll grab some more ammo. You get the point. Lower tier stuff, you're just going to breeze right through it. So, whoop. See? And then... whoop. See? That, the overpressure. So now, you're going to come across tanks like this bugger. They're just walking kill me's. You're going to come across tanks like this bugger. Walking kill me's. You're going to come across tanks like this bugger as well. B. Wow. Oh, I'm out of rounds. But the point is, it works, it's effective, you just got to depend on where you want to plant it. And it's actually lighter than most anti-tank weapons, so your guys will be running practically at a good speed instead of lugging around a great big anti-tank rifle, or an anti-projectile round. So, go with the Panzerfaust for your AT squads. Trust me, plus the unit itself, look at that cool gas mask. Look at that gas mask. And the shorts. The shorts. The shorts. Come on, man. Now, let's lead into the tanks. Now, as you guys know, I love my armor. However, this at tier 3 is where Germany is let down. You've got the Marder 3 and the Marder 3H. These, believe it or not, are better tank destroyers than the Stug 3F. And you're thinking, how? Ready? That's how. It gets a friggin' machine gun. Okay, I'll show you. As where the Stug doesn't. So infantry will just crawl all over you like you don't exist. Here you go. And again, it's a fixed cabin, so you're going to have to rotate. And it also doesn't get a zoom. Oh wait, no it does, sorry. Ha ha ha, tell a lie. There you go. Let's stop bullying lower level tanks. Let's look at things that you are most likely going to see. And that's going to be grants. That would have killed the crew. You're going to see T-34s. You're going to see well, not necessarily the jumbo, but you'll definitely see 105s. And yes, you could even take out an IS-2. But your common tank you're definitely going to see is going to be regular T-34s. And yes, see, you actually get a machine gun. You don't get them with... The Stug does not get a machine gun. So... Now bear in mind, these are perfect conditions, perfect weather, perfect da-da-da-da-da, you know. And you will occasionally see these things, KV-1s. Believe it. There you go. That's a T-28. Where's the KV-1? Oh, KV-1's over here. You will see KV-1s and even some KV-2s. And yes, you can go through KV-1s. There you go, that's the L11. Ah, angle is good. What else? There's the other KV-1. Oh, yeah. Shermans, yeah, no worries. Sherman 2s, again, not a problem. Like I said, you will see some So you don't necessarily have to get the Marder H. The Marder 3, as you can see, can do it. You've just got to know what you're doing. Unfortunately, the Porsche Stug F does not get a machine gun. It's a fixed cabin, which means you've got to traverse the whole turret. You've got a whopping... That's it, over there. And that's it over there. So if you're tracked, you're boned. Make no mistake about it. Yes, you do get smoke screens. So I believe it's G. There you go. But, and yes, the commander does get a little thing where he can see out of, but this is where you're going to struggle. Okay, AV1. Look at the reload. Oh yeah, and you're definitely going to see SU-85s, but the moment it shows you its side armor like that, it's over. And there's the other KV-1 over there. See? Gun is gone. So, understand that the Stug doesn't get a machine gun. It has no way to protect itself from infantry. It has no way to suppress infantry like a Panzer does, like a regular Panzer does. Also, I have no idea why it's the F variant. We should be getting the B variant first, one with the 7.5 gun that's on the Panzer IIIN. It would make sense if we got it at here, because there's no point going from Panzer III to Panzer IV, then back down to Panzer III, because the Stug 3 is a Panzer III. Now, how can you tell? Look at the smaller wheels, count them, and then divide them by 2. So, there's 6, cut it in half, that's 3, it's a Panzer III. Okay? This is a Panzer IV. Count the road wheels. There's 8. Cut it in half. That's 4. That's a Panzer IV. Ta-da! Now you know the difference between the Panzer III and the Panzer IV at a glance. You're welcome. There's not that many people that actually know that, by the way. And of course, this is based on the Panzer 38, again, which is a premium unit back here. And I have to buy that unit. I'm going to buy that unit next week. I'm going to buy that unit. And I'll do a review on it. So, out of all the tanks, the one that you're probably most likely going to have and want to grind and use is going to be the Panzer IV-G. And that's because it has the 80mm front armor, which is good. However, turret traverse is a lot faster, a lot smoother, gets an infantry suppressing 792 lower wheel. You want to know how to take these out? Just a little bit hair up. See the front drive wheel, right there, bloop, bloop, right in the ammo rack, gone. I believe it's the corner here, which was always considered a shot trap. Yep. There's the ready rack ammo on this guy. I always get that one mixed up with the one over there. That one pretty much hit it anywhere. So yeah, see. American tanks are easy to pen and hit and whatnot, especially with German armor. Now, Soviet guns, and even some British, right, there you go, there's the Grant. Now, I can't see any pen value or anything, because, again, I'm not in the gunner's sight, but, of course, you can easily just boop, right through there. That would be a lot of the crew. His top gun's jammed, and then I believe, yeah, right down there. That would have been an ammo rack, but T-34 dead. T-34 dead. It didn't. Arf? There we go. And of course, for a Sherman like that, you always want to go more towards the machine gun port, but at that angle, right there. T28, it's there. And again, the one thing that the Panzer IV-G is going for is speed. This thing is quick. So you can easily, you know, reverse speeds left to be desired, but on flat ground, this thing will fly. Case in point, let's put it on flat ground and go full out flat speed, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. This thing is going 20 kilometers an hour. Just did a drive-by. Did another drive-by. And if you do get up-tiered, you will see these guys. And you can pen these guys. Oh, a little bit lower. Ah, misangled it. There you go. Radial engine. Oh yeah. See what I'm saying? So yes, guys, the Panzer IV-G at Tier 3 is the tank you will want to get. It does get 80mm of armor across certain parts of its plate. Where are you? And Panzer IV-H. That's honestly a really good tank. But we are looking at the F2, F2, F2. So many F2s. There you go. Panzer IV. This is a special skin for it. But, as you can see, frontal armor. Take a look. It's got some decent armor to it. And I advise that people go into the armor viewports and stuff, and that way you can go into X-ray and see where certain elements of the tank is, things that state, just stuff like that. You know, the more you know, kind of thing. You know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Anyway, so that's the tanks. You could focus on the Panzer IV Panzer IV F2. Panzer IV F2 is a paper tiger. It's mostly known for its gun. Same gun that's on the Panzer IV-G, but the G gets some more armor than the F2. Planes. This is where you are going to be let down, because none of the fighters, i.e. the Bf-109 F4 troop, or the Focke-Wulf 190A4 get any bombs. None of them. The Italian... Is it Italian or... Yeah, it's Italian. This guy is the only one that gets bombs at its tier. Mind you, it also does have 20mm cannons. It's a good darn plane, but again, look at the battle rating. It will up tier you. It is a tier trap. So please understand that, guys. Now, out of all of the fighters, attack fighters here, the only one that's worth a damn is the BF-110G2. And that's because cannons and rockets. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I've practiced with this vehicle a while because I do plan on unlocking it and flying it. So I figured, what the hey, let's get a little bit of experience in. Does get combat flaps. So there's that. And it throttles up to 110 like most German fighters. Even though that's technically WEP. So I keep it at 99. Now, of course, it does get rockets. So we're going to... So what I'm going to do is do what I normally do, which is come up, come around, turn around. Again, this is the stock 1-star plane when you first unlock it, and it is pretty much a brick. But if you hear that and you're in a tank, yeah, I just penetrated an IS-2. If there was crew in that plane, there wouldn't be crew in that plane. And I haven't even fired my rockets yet. Okay, so let's line up. Again, it flies like a brick. But let's line up. There you go. And you do get a healthy amount of 30 mils, but not the 37s. You get enough for at least 3-4 strikes, not including your rockets. Now, rockets, these to me seem to be hit or miss. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So you go in, see the target, boom, 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 rocket, 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 rocket. And that's the problem. Because you're such a flying brick, and the plane does not like rapid changes, like pulling up too fast, it locks up and the plane just right into the ground. Now what I like to do is the moment I get hit markers, I fire the rockets. And of course, you can use your combat flaps. See? We seriously hurt that SPAA. If anyone was in that SPAA, they're not in it anymore. Okay, so remember, the moment you start getting hit marks, of course, the vehicle X-ray can't keep up. Now, I haven't... Enlisted doesn't give you flying targets to practice on. It just gives you these balloons, which don't mean anything. I would really like a map where you can actually practice against planes that are flying in SPAAs as well as planes. So, yeah. That's the BF-110 G... I want to say G2? Is it the G2? Yeah, G2. I was correct. The BF-110 G2. That is the best out of all the attack planes. Period. And that does include the B-109 F-Trop. Once you get the F-Trop unlocked, okay, and you want to keep going, go ahead. Still grind out, but use the 110 G2 to do it. And even then, when you get into the 188s, this only gets machine guns, but it gets 5 crew, and it gets 6 bombs. This is your first true bomber. And I have, honestly, this is me like breaking my cherry. I've yet to try this out. Oh, it gets no offensive weapons. Interesting. I've got no bomb markers. I have no idea. So I've got a top gunner I can control, and that's it. I've got no ability to control any of the other gunners. This is weird. I've got no bombing sights. Unless, like... No, I've got no bombing sights. There's combat flaps. Okay. Now, I did a staggered release. And none of them hit. What is going on? Wow. This is going to be an awkward bloody plane to use. Yeah, I'm in camera mode, and I don't see I don't even get a radial. I don't even get a radial menu. It's just Y for the tail gunner, and that's it. Wow. And there's no, like, hold Y to follow the bombs. I'm getting nothing. Wow, Gaijin, I think you need to take a look at that. Because, yeah. Woo. I think that's going to be a miss until you figure out the quirks in that. But yeah, so that pretty much sums up the Tier 3. At Tier 3, grab the Gewehr 41s. If you prefer bolt actions, in all honesty, stick with the Concaro or the Kar98. SMGs, go with either the MP40 or the MP38 or the Beretta. These are all good weapons. The only difference is the Beretta fires really, really, really slow. In comparison, it fires at the same speed as the MP40. Oh, interesting. To me, it just felt like it was firing a lot slower. And it has less vertical recoil. Interesting. But more horizontal. Huh. I'm going to have to take a look at that. So yeah, that's Tier 3 in a nutshell. Gewehrs for infantry, radio operators, and engineers. Your favourite choice of sniper rifle doesn't matter. SMGs, go with the MP40, tried and true classic. There's no Swedish K, unfortunately. Beretta M1 as well. LMGs, flat out go with the MG34. You're going hardcore Tier 3. Panzerfausts, again, for your AT weapons. Go with either the Panzer IV G if you want to remain at Tier 3 and not bother to go up a tier. And if you just want to grind out the tier, go with the Marder 3. Planes-wise, G2 all the way. As you can see, I'm in the process of unlocking it. just go with the G2. That's pretty much it. I don't have any tier 3 premium units at this time, but I do have plans on unlocking the Gewehr Sniper Squad, mostly because they get this really cool face camo. Look at that. Oh, bitchin'. So I plan on getting those, and I might get these guys. I don't know yet. They are radio operator squad, so we'll see. But yeah, that's tier 3 in the nutshell, guys. And I'll even show you my tier 3 squad now. So we can go to change soldier. No, she's not change soldiers. Here. Presets. And yeah, so this is my tier 3. Now, bear in mind, the reason why these guys are different is because my LMG squad, I haven't given him that. Like I said, I have plenty of weapons to go. Backpack. And again, these guys will get their weapons all changed and loaded out. Engineers, you will actually, I can actually go to here. See? And you can just do that. You see what I'm talking about? You'll immediately get the... So, and even the radio operator can use it. And then yes, I can figure out what I want to use elsewhere. Again, these guys, they're great just as they are. I'm not even kidding you. There's nothing really extra to give them. Again, as you can see, I got the G2 here. And this one doesn't get the... No, wait, it does, yeah. So, like I said, BF10 G2. Tanks-wise, I've gone with the Panzer IV J, but this is a rare unit that I got from doing a battle pass. Technically a tier 4 tank, but it's at battle rank 3. And again, it's a good tank. And of course, we've then got my motorbike squad. Depending on what map we're on, I very rarely deploy it. Sorry, no, it's not there. Sorry, where is it? Sorry, here it is. But of course, I've got my paratroopers, and I've got these guys just for that extra EXP. But these guys are... This is my predominantly battle rating. And again, I can always go to equip. And it wants to give these guys... I don't know why it keeps wanting to give it bloody... that. Anyway, again, gets a semi-auto. And there, you are set. You can then go to here and that. And again, what did I tell you? Pop, 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 pop. And if you really want to mix things up, what I would do is I would grab my Panzer Grenadier Regiment, and I honestly would replace them with the regular infantry. And when I told you about the semi-autos being about volumetric of fire, you'll see what I'm talking about. So we'll go to here, and of course, if we go down to edit presets and go tier 3, it wants to give him that, but honestly, the MP40 is just perfect for him. Now, these guys immediately, it gives the Kar98 with a grenade launcher, Kar98 with a grenade launcher, and our MG wants to give him the MG34. And you're set. But you can swap that out for another VG15. It's honestly about your playstyle, but since how these guys are all about capturing the points, I'm going to keep them with the grenade launchers. I'm going to leave him with the MP40. And again, like I said, MP40. It's just a solid, good SMG until you get higher up into higher tiers. This is a tier 2 machine gunner, and I would need to spawn the units in order to get upgrades and stuff for him, which I haven't done, again, because, well, I've got my playstyle, and yes, you can tweak this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to preset squads. Then I've got it saved as Core T3. I'm going to save this here. I'll rename it. So, why is the rename not working? You know, there we go. Call it YouTube. And so I'll just do that. Click apply. And then we're done. We're at BR3. And you can start playing and having fun and doing stuff at BR3. Now, I have been unlocking the majority of my upgrades from BR3, believe it or not. From... That's what I wanted. BR3, because from BR2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this vehicle. Ouch, that's a bit expensive for that, so I'm going to leave it for now. But I will get it eventually. And yeah, so you should always use APCs and respawn points if you've got an engineer. Now, of course, my assault squads don't have engineers because these guys are meant to move the vehicle to a point and protect the vehicle from being assaulted. Hence, that's why I've chose what I've chose. That way I can plug the vehicle up behind a building and then either go into the building and go on Overwatch. And if I see any enemy try to approach the vehicle, I can gun them down. Things of that nature. Or I can just assault the point. And then everyone else can reuse the respawn section of the vehicle. So yeah, that's pretty much how that works. So anyway, guys, that's tier 3 in a nutshell. If you quick rundown, Gewehr 41s once you get them unlocked, Beretta M1s or MP40s, MG34s, Panzerfausts. If you don't want to go the tank route, you do want to go the tank route, get the Panzerfausts anyway. But right now, use the Marder 3 to help you grind out, and then once you get them all unlocked, stick with the Panzer 4G. When it comes to planes, get yourself the G2 because it's the best plane out of all of them. Even these guys, until you've got the again, the Fiat G55 is a tier trap. It will put you into tier 4. So just be careful of that, guys. And as for premium units, as you can see, guys, I haven't bought any yet, so I don't know that. So I might update this video at a later stage. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. You guys have been awesome. My name's been Deceptive. And don't forget to hit the like. Please let me know in the comment section, and I will try it out, and I will live stream it on YouTube. If not, I'll make a video on it. Until then, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.